Now, we're going to take up one more problem. The problem number 59. It reads as, at room temperature, the gap between bar A and B, shown in figure, is 0.25 mm. At room temperature, the bar between A and B is 0.25 mm gap. What are the stresses induced in the bars? So, the bar A and bar B, what will going to be the stresses induced in the bar? If the temperature rises 35 degrees centigrade, 35 degrees Celsius, which is temperature rise, so delta T directly has given area of cross section of the bar A is 1000 mm square, area of cross section of the bar B is 800 mm square. Young's modulus of bar A is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square, and Young's modulus of bar B will be equal to 1 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Coefficient of thermal expansion alpha A per bar A is 12 into 10 to the power of minus 6 per degree centigrade. Alpha B will be equal to 23 into 10 to the power of minus 6 per degree centigrade. So length of A is bar A is 400. The length of bar B is 300. So first we are going to consider the free expansion. What is that? Alpha into T into LA plus alpha into T into alpha B into T into LB is the free expansion. So you take out T as the common factor into alpha A into LA plus alpha B into LB. So we know the temperature rise is 35 into coefficient of thermal expansion, which we know alpha A, substitute those values. That is 35 into 12 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into LA is 400 plus alpha B is 23 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 300. So on simplification, you will going to get it as the free expansion is 0.4095 mm. As the free expansion is restricted by the supports, so the compressive stress will be set up in both A and B. However, the force in the bar A must be equal to the force in the bar B. So for equilibrium condition, what is that? PA will be equal to PB, which is equal to P. So what is PA? Which is sigma A into AA is equal to sigma B into AB. So what is sigma A into AA? 1000, which is equal to sigma B into 800. So sigma A will be equal to 0.8 sigma B. So what is the contraction in the bar A will be equal to, due to temperature rise, delta A will be equal to PA into LA by AA into EA. So what is PA by AA, which will be equal to sigma A into LA. What is sigma A? Sigma A into length of A is 400 divided by 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So therefore, delta A will be equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into sigma A. Similarly, the contraction of the bar B due to the temperature stress, which is delta B, is PB into LB by AB into EB. So what is PB by AB, which is sigma B into LB by AB. So what is sigma B? Sigma B into length of the brass bar, length of the bar B will be equal to 300 mm divided by 1 into 10 to the power of 5. So on simplification, you will going to get it as 300 into 10 to the power of minus 5 into B or sigma B. So also we know that what is delta A, length of change in length or the increase in delta A plus delta B will be equal to, what is delta A plus delta B? Delta A is 0.4095 minus 0.25, it will be 0.1595. Therefore, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into sigma A plus 300 into 10 to the power of minus B into sigma B, which will be equal to 0.1595. So we know the value. How I will be able to get this expression, that is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So that expression you will going to get it from here, which is sigma A into AA will be equal to sigma B into AB. So here, so that is how you will be able to get that particular expression. So that is here, you will going to get contraction PB, AB, so 300 into 10 to the power of minus 5 into sigma B. So what is delta A? Delta A plus delta B will be equal to 0.4095 minus 0.25 will be equal to 0.1595. So delta A is again delta E is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into sigma A. Take that value and you substitute here 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into sigma A plus delta B is 300 into 10 to the power of minus 5 into sigma B, which will be equal to 0.1595. So what is sigma A? Sigma A we got from here, which is 2.8 into sigma B. So you substitute the value of sigma A as 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into sigma A is 0.8 into sigma B plus 300 into 10 to the power of minus 5 into sigma B, which will be equal to 0.1595. So therefore, you will going to get the value of sigma B, that is temperature stress induced in sigma B, will be equal to 34.674 Newton per mm square, which is compressive in nature. Similarly, you want to find out the temperature stress induced in the bar A, which is sigma A will be equal to 0.8 sigma B. So 0.8 into 34.674, you substitute the value. On simplification, you will going to get it as 27.739 Newton per mm square. Again, it is compressive stress. So now we're going to take up one more problem. The problem number 60. The composite bar shown in the figure is 0.2 mm short of distance between the rigid supports at room temperature. What is the maximum temperature rise which will not produce stress in the bar? So that means if that 0.2 mm will just go and touches there. Find the stresses induced when the temperature rises 40 degrees centigrade. So given alpha S will be equal to 12 into 10 to the power of minus 6 per degree centigrade. Alpha C is 17.5 into 10 to the power of minus 6 per degree centigrade. Young's modulus of steel is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Young's modulus of copper is 1.2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. So here this is a composite bar made out of steel and copper. So here once you get that, so here we have 200 mm and here 300 mm, you have 0.2 mm difference. So we have the modular, you have the area of cross section AS is to AC will be equal to 4 into 3. So once you get that, maximum temperature rise which will not produce the stress, so that means it is the free expansion alpha into T, alpha C into T into LC plus alpha S into T into LS, that is free expansion is 0.2. You know you have to take the temperature change that into 12 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 300 plus 17.5 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 200. Therefore, the T is the temperature, maximum temperature rise is 28.169 degrees centigrade. So what is the stress induced when the temperature rises 40 degrees centigrade? So free expansion is constrained by the supports, hence compressive stresses will be set up in both steel and copper bar. However, the force in steel and copper will be the same. So here, if you consider that, when you go to the beyond this expansion, what happens? You are going to develop the compressive stress both in the steel bar and as well as in the brass bar. So that is by hence the compressive stress will be set up in both steel and copper bar. However, the force in the steel bar will be equal to force in the copper bar. So that is PS will be equal to capital PC. So sigma S into AS will be equal to sigma C into AC. So what is sigma S? Sigma AS, AS is sigma S into what is AS? AS by AC is equal to 4 by 3. So that is 4 by 3 into AC will be equal to sigma C into AC. So on simplification, AS by AC will be equal to 4 by 3. Therefore, sigma S will be equal to 0.75 into sigma C. So contraction of steel bar due to temperature stress delta S is PS into LS by AS into ES. So that will be equal to sigma S into LS by ES. What is sigma S? Sigma S into length of the steel bar is 300 by Young's modulus of steel is 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So on simplification, you will going to get it as 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 sigma S. So similarly, contraction of copper bar due to temperature rise delta C is equal to PC into LC by AC into EC. So PC by AC is nothing but sigma C into LC by EC. So now you substitute the value. Sigma C into length of C is 200 by EC is 1.2 into 10 to the power of 5. So on simplification, you will going to get it as 1.667 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into sigma C. So what is the free expansion? Alpha S into T into Ls plus alpha C into T into Lc. So to take out the T as the common factor and take out alpha S into Ls plus alpha C into Lc into T. So substitute the value of alpha S as 12 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 300, that is length of steel, plus alpha C is 17.5 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into length of copper is 200. So multiplied by 40 because that is the temperature change. So free expansion will be equal to 0.284 mm. And also we know that what is delta S plus delta C will be equal to 0.284 minus 20. So therefore, which is 0.2, so that will be equal to, so here what happens, so alpha S is here in this expression, we got alpha S in, you get alpha S, that is delta S is nothing but 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into sigma S. So here you will going to get that value, or 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into sigma S is nothing but 0.75 into sigma C plus delta C is nothing but 1.667 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into sigma C will be equal to 0.084. So on simplification, the stress in temperature stress induced in the copper bar C will be equal to, that is sigma C is 0.084. So on simplification, you will go and get it as sigma C on simplification. Once you do that, 30.08 Newton per mm square, which is of compressive in nature. So what will going to happen for the sigma S? So temperature stress induced in the steel bar, which is sigma S. So on the value what you get is 0.75 into sigma C. So that will be equal to 0.75 into 30.08. So on simplification, you are going to get it as 22.567 Newton per mm square, which is again of compressive stress. Therefore, temperature stress induced in the steel bar sigma S will be equal to 22.567 Newton per mm square. Compressive.